Hi, thanks for joining me for my weekly update so you can see my preparation for the portfolio I'll be using on live funds in January. So let's just have a quick look and see how this last week has gone. Okay, so as you can see here now, we are now at $126,000, an uplift of nearly 18%. In this last week, we have had a gain of 2.25%. Let me just bring that up. There we go. Yes, 2.25% with hardly any drawdown there. When I first looked at how this last week has gone, it looks like things are slowing down. It's a bit intermittent. Over the last week, it's only traded a couple of days. But then when I looked through the calculator and I calculated the activity since I refreshed this on the 24th of October, then actually the average is, it's had 31 trades over this last week, but the average amount of trades since the end of October has been 38 trades per week, and that takes out the time I had it turned off for the US presidential elections. So it's only slightly down there on its average. Now, what's the reason for this? Is that because we're getting towards the Christmas period and it's slowing down? Or is it falling out of the market, falling out of line of the market? I don't know, but I'll factor that in when I review all the stats there at the end over the Christmas period. But top line, 2.25% over the last week, over the course of the month is around there 9%, and that actually falls in line within the profit range of the back test. So all seems to be going well. And at the end of the day, when algo trading, it doesn't have to be on every single day. It doesn't have to be making money every day. It should only be making money when the conditions are right. But it's just, again, something I'm going to factor in terms of the volume of trades that's happened over this last week. It's a dip on the average, and I'll just be looking at the data at the end to think, is that a reason? My main concern isn't if it's falling out of line with the market, isn't if it's falling out of line because of Christmas, but it's more a case of, is it falling out of line of market conditions because the optimization now happened in mid-October. But hey, it's still performing profit-wise, you know. Something I didn't go into in last week's update is how the set files, the best performing set files of the previous optimization of phase 1, that was from the end of August up to mid-October, how that went. So I thought I'd just give you a quick check-in and show you how that's gone. So as you can see here, 7.2% in the last 6 weeks with only 1.8% drawdown. That's pretty good. And if you bear in mind, that's with set files that were optimized and put live in August, and then only put on this account, as you can see by the title, on the 14th of the 10th, put it into a separate account when I re-optimized the main account, but picked these out and isolated them and put them on here. But bear that in mind as well. The performance here is based on half the lot sizes of when they were running initially between August and mid-October. I reduced the lot sizes by 50% just to take into account that it could be out of line of the market. But they were very well performing, so I just wanted to see how they went. So if you look at it and think originally, based on the original lot sizes, this would be nearly 14.5% up, and with less than 4% drawdown. As you can see here, drawdowns at 1.86 for this time period since the mid-October. So I really still really like the look of it. Again, over Christmas, I'm going to decide what I'm going to do with this. Am I going to copy it over to some live funds? I might start a challenge with it. I don't know. I'm just going to see how it goes. I'm actually thinking whether I'll turn it off over Christmas and just collect data or not. My first instinct is probably turn this one off, because if I'm doing a demo, I want to demonstrate how I'm going to be working if it was copying over to a live fund, and I wouldn't normally trade over Christmas. So, but yeah, I'll just make a decision close to the time. I've got a couple of weeks to sit on it and think about it, and I'll still do so. So overall, I'm really pleased with this. It gives me extra options, and it's not something I was accounting for. It's just something I observed in the statistics at the mid-October in my analysis of phase 1. I thought I'd just check out the opportunity. But the main thing is, here we are, growth of 2.25% on the main account. That's all good. I'll be really looking at the volume now as we move towards Christmas, just to see if it will trail off anymore. But either way, a good week. Thank you very much. I'll check in again next week. All the best.